Ashar Kalasat, 26th of July 2022, oil-rich joke, Saudi Arabia receives most of China's BRI investments. Saudi Arabia is a wealthy nation with some of the highest oil revenues in the world. Therefore it doesn't require financing from China. It appears that Saudi Arabia and the United States are being divided in control over in this article. According to a new projection, Saudi Arabia will get the most Chinese investments under the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, in the first half of 2022. The 21st Century Maritime Silk Road and the Silk Road Economic Belt are two projects that will be established in tandem under China's Belt and Road Initiative. The Chinese government has concentrated on the international community to further its initiative, particularly the nations along the initiative's pathways. According to research by the Green Finance and Development Center in Shanghai, China's promises to gas in 2021 were more than they had been in the previous 2 years, making up 56% of China's energy contributions. By around $4.6 billion, Saudi Arabia received the most gas investments, followed by Iraq. Most of China's investments were made in Saudi Arabia, while none were made in Russia, Sri Lanka, or Egypt during the first half of 2022. Compared to the first half of 2021, $29.6 billion, the research states that BRI funding and investments are stable at low levels in the first half of 2022, $28.4 billion. This sum of money is tiny in comparison to Saudi Arabia. In the meantime, the kingdom's exports of goods increased by $17.3 billion, or 83.4%, to $38.4 billion in May from $21 billion in the corresponding month last year. Oil exports rose to $30.9 billion in May from $15.2 billion in the corresponding month of 2021, according to the General Authority for Statistics, GASTAT, a 105.5% increase. According to the data, the difference between exports and imports increased by over 3 times in May to $24 billion, compared to $9 billion in the same month last year. It showed that non-oil exports, including re-exports, in May of last year were $7.4 billion, up $1.6 billion from the $5.8 billion in the corresponding month of the previous year. According to data, the kingdom's merchandise imports in May were valued at $14.4 billion, up 21.8% from $11.7 billion in 2021. According to the data, China was Saudi Arabia's top export market in May, with exports totaling $5.1 billion, or 13.3% of all exports. India and Japan came in second and third, with $3.9 billion each. GASTAT is the only recognized source for statistical data and information in Saudi Arabia. It carries out all the statistical work, provides technical direction for the statistical sector, plans and executes field surveys, conducts statistical studies and research, and performs data and information analysis. The authority also gathers information and statistics data on every element of Saudi Arabian life from various sources and records it.